Well, the last few days I've been so busy. It's unbelievable. So busy. For a start, in front of me here, listen. Lots of bits of paper. Do you know what these are? Huh? Do you know what these are? These are all the internal flights and hotel rooms booked for my forthcoming holiday to Australia. Look at it all. It is a bit complicated, I must say, and I think when you're going on a long holiday with lots of like trips in it, because you see, I'm going to Australia. The main point of my visit to Australia is to visit family. I love visiting my family over there, but they're all over the place. Look at this. And I was embarrassed as well. At one point, I was embarrassed, boys and girls, while doing these bookings. Why? But just a minute, don't rush me, dear. Don't rush me, I'll tell you in a minute. Right, so, main flight from Heathrow to Australia. Okay, then we've got, hang on, that's that one there. I've put all these in order. Actually, I haven't checked these yet, so this is a good opportunity for me to check them. Cool, dear. Where is it now? There we are. Main flight from Heathrow to Sydney. There we are. And then I've got a flight, not all on the same. We're not doing this every single day, okay? There's like a few days in between where I'm going to be and where I am. But I'm not going to tell you where I am and where I'm going to be, because probably, if you are in Australia, you will try and accost me at one of the airports. I know what I... And it's that people start grabbing. You know, they grab when they see a huge celebrity from the United Kingdom arriving in Australia. That's what will happen, I think. I'll be accosted. People start grabbing me and inviting me round to dinner and pretending that they know me. I do think that will happen. Anyway, so that's that. Then there's a flight from Sydney to Norfolk Island, where my cousin does a very important job that I can't say what I am bound by the Official Secrets Act. I cannot tell you what he does, but he works on Norfolk Island. So flight from Sydney to Norfolk Island. Right, hang on. What's next? Oh yes, flight. I don't know what I'm doing here. Flight from Norfolk Island to Brisbane. Right, flight from Brisbane to Canberra, and flight from Canberra to Sydney. So what a busy time. And hotels, of course, in Canberra, Norfolk Island are so busy. I'll tell you what, before you think, my God, that must be costing some money. Actually, a holiday in Australia is relatively cheap. Booking the hotels and that sort of thing is relatively cheap compared to going to somewhere like the States. Okay, I'm sure it's much cheaper to actually go on holiday to Australia once you've got over that initial long flight. So there we are. So I've been very busy doing that. Not only have I been doing that, but house cleaning has been continuing at an ever-increasing pace. You may remember a few shows ago I've told you I've started cleaning my house from top to bottom. Now it's something, I'm not proud of this, boys and girls, it's something that I've never actually done. Now, the rooms are hoovered twice a week usually. And now and again, when I see dust accumulate on a surface, I might get the duster out, bit of spray polish and dust it over. But as from, you know, especially ladies watching a show who perhaps have families and are constantly cleaning their house from top to bottom, it's something that I've never done. And I've started doing it. And I have now, over the last few days, completed cleaning the bathroom. I can't believe it. I can actually see my face in the red tiles on the walls. They're like little mirrors. Beautiful. The glass in the shower, no more watermarks. Spotless. You look straight through the glass. I mean, anyone who was staying at my house and accidentally walked past the bathroom door with the door open would now be able to see my naked body through the glass because it's no longer misty and got all watermarks and various other bits on the glass. So I've done that. Kitchen cupboards, 3 of those have now been cleaned inside and out, actually removing all the tins, including those ambrosia creamed rice ones that we showed you a couple of shows ago, which were 3 years out of date. The kitchen floor's been cleaned, but then again, that is done sort of fairly regularly. I say regularly, once a month. Well, that's been done again. The toilet downstairs has been cleaned top to bottom. I've cleaned all the doors downstairs. Again, the doors kind of got squares on them. And there was a little layer of dust on them. Well, not anymore. All white, dear. All white. Skirting boards cleaned, all downstairs. My bedroom cleaned, top to bottom. There was a few cobwebs, I have to say. I don't mind sharing a house with spiders. I don't mind, as long as it's not too big. Because they do frighten me when they're very big, boys and girls, they do. Huh? Cleaned, top to bottom, the bedroom. And the smell is lovely. It's a really nice smell. So cleaning is continuing. And someone has actually written in, because I tend to keep my Facebook up to date with things I'm doing. Not always, sometimes. And, oh, where's that email? There it is. There's an email here. Someone's been watching the show where I mentioned the fact that I was cleaning. And it's from Michael Allen. I don't think you've written in before. I do know Michael Allen. He used to do a radio show as well on, I think it was the station in Slovakia, RTI. And Michael writes, cleaning has commenced here too, Chris. Slowly, slowly, one room at a time is my current method. I would like to think that this whole house will be clean, tidy, organised and sorted before I actually start any potential new job. So well done, Michael. But yeah, you do it different to me. You're doing a room at a time. What I tend to do is, I'll be walking around and, right, what can I do to... right, that needs to be done. And, yeah, that... Do you know what I mean? So as I'm walking around the house, oh, there's dust on it, and I'll do that bit there. But as a particular room, as I do bits of it, and then I think, right, is there anything more I want to do in here? Then I'll look around and say, haven't done above there, haven't done below there, you know? So that's what I do, Michael. One room at a time is probably the better idea. Thank you, nice to hear from you, sir. Emails coming up, boys and girls. Oh, I nearly forgot to tell you, I had my swine flu injection. Anyone had that? Well, let me tell you, I had a bit of trouble at the doctor's surgery, really. Not my usual doctor's surgery. It's like a practice. And they have 2 doctor's surgery, one in Birch Hill, which is just down the road. That's my usual doctor's surgery. And the other one is in, what's it called now? Oh, I can't remember the area now. It's gone right out Holland, Great Hollands. Okay, that's where the other doctor's surgery is near me. And the swine flu surgery for swine flu injections, or jabs, whatever you want to call them, that was being held at Great Hollands on a Saturday morning between 8:30 and 11:30. You just turn up and get your injection. And there was a list of things that you if you've got one of these things, go and have it. So I ticked the asthma box. So I got down there and it was about 11 o'clock, so quite late. My God, the queue was so long. But it seemed to be moving quite quickly. Mostly elderly people, I would say, over the age of 60. So I'm glad to say that I didn't really fit in there. So I joined the queue, and gradually I'm getting closer and closer to the desk where the receptionist is there. So she gets to can I have your form, please? So I gave her the form. Oh, she says, you're not on our list. I thought, oh, here we go. You know, receptionist. She was like a Rottweiler. One of those. A very stern, not friendly at all towards me. I thought, what's her blooming problem? So I said, well, I have got asthma. Well, do you use the inhalers? I said, yes. Do you use both of them? I said, yes. Well, I don't actually. I only use the blue one when I need it. Okay, I'm not chronic asthmatic. Although I have to say, over the last week, the asthma has come back now, a little bit worse than it was, say a few weeks ago, now that the weather's gone cold. which is quite late to go cold yet. But don't worry, the heating's not on yet, boys and girls. No heating on yet. We don't need it yet. Just a little bit of electric blanket at night. So I says, well, yes, I do. Oh, so she looks down at her bit of paper again. She said, well, you're not on the list. She said, have you had an asthma review recently? I said, well, the last 12 months, I think I had one. Oh, well, I haven't got that written here. Well, she says, it's only supposed to be for people on the list. You better go through and discuss it with the doctor. I thought, what a miserable old cow. Miserable, miserable old cow. So I will not name the person, because unfortunately I don't know her name. But I would name her if I knew it. But it's one of the receptionists who goes to the Great Hollands, who work at the Great Hollands surgery just down the road from me. She wasn't rude. She was just very unfriendly. Why are they like that? The receptionists at my doctor's surgery in Birch Hill, here in Bracknell, just down the road, very nice. Very friendly, always smile. Miserable old cat. I think she just didn't like me. I got that impression. And then as I moved off, she carried on having a conversation with her friend. I mean, maybe she got upside the wrong side of the bed. I don't know what was wrong with her. But for Christ's sake, do be a bit more happy to us sick, lonely people. Please, dear. There's an email address for you to join in, boys and girls. It's chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Have you ever bumped into a miserable receptionist at a doctor's? I want to know about it. Let me know all the nitty-gritty details, all right? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Right, email time, boys and girls. We started off, or we ended the last show with an email from Brenda. So here it comes again, picking up from where we left off. Brenda says, I agree with you about miserable store clerks. Very similar, actually, to the receptionist at the Great Holland surgery, to be honest here. Miserable cow. You know, I've got to say, I wonder sometimes if these people who are quite miserable knew I sat here and did a show and talked about them, would they actually be a little bit happier? Would they sit there and how dare he say such things about me? Well, it's true. It's true. If you weren't so miserable, if I'd had a nice experience at the doctor's, then I would be saying the same thing. What a lovely receptionist. It would be like that. This show is about telling each other's experiences. And I got into the doctor. Do you know what? I got into the doctor. Lovely lady, dark-skinned lady. And she says, hello. Oh, you got asthma? I said, yes, yes. She says, do you use the inhalers? I said, yes, yes. OK. She says, take out your arm. And I could hear a conversation going in the room next door. She said, did you hear that next door? I said, no, I wasn't. No, what did they say? She says, OK. She says, this is not like the seasonal flu one. This is a swine flu injection. It's a thicker serum, so your arm will feel sore for a while. And you might feel a little bit dodgy. OK, fair enough. So she banged it in me. And I have to say, this one hurt. When it went in my arm, this one actually hurt. Now, the seasonal flu vaccine did not hurt me. But I felt it going in. So that was done, and I came home, and that was it. Went swimming, that was fine. And then I went to bed for my usual 2 hours in the afternoon. And when I got up, I felt awful. I felt really awful. I didn't want to do it. I was quite tired. I didn't want to do anything, and my arm was sore. Anyway, I thought to myself, maybe I just haven't had enough sleep today. So I went to work. That would have been the Saturday night. And I just felt dreadful, absolutely dreadful, as if I'd got something. You know that feeling? No cough, no sore throat, no runny nose, nothing like that, no sneezing. I just felt, oh, God, a bit like that, you know? Oh, I don't want to do anything. And that carried on the whole night Saturday. So I kind of put two and two together, and I thought to myself, well, it must be Must be the swine flu injection that's done that, I would have thought. Was glad to finish work, got out of there, came back here, went to bed, got up Sunday morning, and I thought, oh, I don't feel so bad now. Then I had my little sleep Sunday night, got up again, and I felt completely normal. So it must have been a side effect of the swine flu vaccine, but of course, much preferable, probably, than getting swine flu, or perhaps picking up pneumonia because of the swine flu or something like that. So I'm glad I've had it done. I just wish that miserable cow had been a bit more friendly on the door and didn't give me the 3rd degree as I went in. I mean, some of these doctors, receptionists, they're so important, aren't they? They're just so important, boys and girls. Right, back to this then. Yeah, Brenda says, I agree with you about miserable store clerks. I'm not sure why they bother to show up to work at all. I wonder if they have any joy in their lives. Well, they would do if they watched or listened to this show, wouldn't they? This show, United Kingdom Talk. If only they'd listen and watch a show, joy would be sprinkled into their sad, lonely, pathetic lives. It really would. Brenda says, I've had some pretty awful jobs in my life. However, I try to find something positive about everything I do. I think that a positive attitude will take you far in life. I know it's easier to be miserable, but really, why would you want to be miserable? I think that people's outlook on life can be influenced by their attitude. I may not be happy all of the time, but if I project a pleasant or happy attitude when I am grumpy most of the time, my mood will change as well. That's all we've got to do. I mean, you might be sitting there at the moment at work, but I bet you're in there, some of you in offices, bored to tears, aren't you? Bored to tears listening to this. Well, come on, give Chrissy Wissy a little smiley wiley. Cheer up. Who is it? I will do anything to make you smile. I promise you anything. Blah, blah, blah. Brenda says, I make a conscious decision each day to try and be as upbeat as I can. Life is too short to waste it being a grumpy Gus. I don't know that expression, a grumpy Gus. Plus, it is harder for people around you to be in a foul mood when you refuse to let them drag you into their pit of despair. Brenda, you're a blooming good writer, I have to say. Or at the very least, they will just go away. Oh, don't we want that? Do you know, sometimes I'm at work. Last night was an example. I was working at this place in Clapham. Early night. Was going to put a drag show on in about half an hour. I just hasten to point out, I don't do drag shows, okay? You won't see me ever dressed as a woman. It's not right. I've got something wrong. I've got something about that. It just doesn't feel right to dress as a woman. I don't do drag shows, okay? I am man. All man, me. I'm all man. I really am. But anyway, so I'm doing the introductions. Good evening, boys and girls. And the miserable faces that I was getting back of the customers last night was unbelievable. Miserable gits, all of them. And you're thinking, why have you bothered to come out? I don't know. I don't know. Brenda says, chocolate? Now you're talking my language. My favourite chocolate is Hershey's Symphony. I don't know that one. Which is milk chocolate with toffee pieces in it. Oh, that sounds nice, Brenda. Here, by the way, you know that plea I put out for people to send in chocolate? Yeah, well, no one did. So thanks very much. She says, yum. I also love M&Ms. Do you have M&Ms in the UK? Yes, I do. Don't like them. I don't like them. I like Maltesers. I do like a box of Maltesers. I have purchased a Hershey bar along with some Hershey's Kisses to send you. Brenda, I will be mailing them out hopefully this weekend. I do not know how long it takes for the mail to get to you, but rest assured that chocolatey goodness is on its way. I am very excited now. Very excited indeed, Brenda. There is a postal address if you want to send in anything at all, be it a Christmas card, a little note. or a bar of chocolate from your own country. I shall be giving the postal address in a moment or two. Stand by for that. This weekend, I'm going to the movies with some friends from work. We're going to see New Moon, which is the next movie of the Twilight series. I do not normally go to the movies because I think the ticket prices are outrageous, but we are going to the matinee show, which is much cheaper than doing the regular show times. We do not have anything around here as cool as the premiere seats that you have there. Most of the theatres around here do have stadium seating, which makes it easier for short people like me to see the screen. Yeah, I'm only short as well, actually. I'm about 5'6", 5'7". I think here the prices for movie tickets are I do believe they're reasonable. I don't think it's overpriced to go and see a film here. What is overpriced is buying the sweets and the hot dogs and the Coke and all that sort of thing. It's outrageous what they charge for some of that stuff. It really is. And I thoroughly recommend, if you're going to the cinema, sneak your own food and drink in. Yes, you need a bit. Don't take a bag. I don't know if they search bags, do they? I don't know if they search bags. I mean, if you if you wandered into the cinema with two large Tesco's carrier bags, they might say something, mightn't they? So put your food in your pockets. Make up a couple of sandwiches before you go in. In response to your other question, no, I have never been to Disney. Oh, Brenda. Oh. It's a place where I have always wanted to visit, but was always out of my price range when the children were small. Now that they are grown, I don't think it would be the same if just Henry and I went. Maybe I'll have to wait until I'm a grandmother. This will hopefully not be any time soon, as I'm nowhere near old enough to be a grandmother, as I keep telling my children. Have a great week from Brenda. Oh, Brenda, you go with your husband, Henry. Go with him to Disney. You'll have a good time. You don't have to take the children there. It does make it a bit more special, I think, if you have got children. But you know, I think you'll have a nice time. You will have a really nice time, OK? There we are. Little email from Brenda there. Email address once again, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. On the next show, incidentally, we've got another meeting. I'm going to be taking the sound recording equipment and the camera down to see my friend Justin, who runs the Steam Coach in Hemel Hempstead. Now, that's where I used to work on a Friday night. That is where I shall be working this Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, OK? That's the Steam Coach, little family pub in Boxmoor, Hemel Hempstead. And Justin's already got his Christmas decorations up now. And I'm going down there tomorrow with the camera and that, and we're going to do the next show from there. And we'll have a little informal chat with him. He's a publican. So I'll be talking about British pubs and sort of the state they're in, what it's like to run them and all that. We did do this a couple of years ago in audio only, so I thought it would be quite a nice thing to take the camera down as well and do some pictures for those of you that watch the show, all right? If you've never actually watched a show before and you're a listener only, then you can watch by going to the main United Kingdom Talk website, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and then you'll see the videos there, okay? unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. And the postal address, if you want to send in anything, is... Are you ready? Chris Reardon, Reardon, United Kingdom Talk, P.O. Box 4073, Bracknell, Bracknell, RG429ED. Once again, Chris Reardon, Reardon, United Kingdom Talk, P.O. Box 4073, Bracknell, Bracknell, RG429ED, United Kingdom. All right? Anything you want to put for the post, that's the address you need. Quick one here from Wayne, not in Reading, who says, why did you make us wait 2 shows about the ambrosia creamed rice tins that were in front of you? And he says, only things men use in the back of your car. Are there any... Oh, I'm not reading that. Thank you, Wayne. What a strange personal question you write. Yes. Oh, he was moaning because it took me 2 shows to tell you why there was some tins of ambrosia creamed rice sitting in front of me, didn't it? I know that, Wayne. Incidentally, those of you that are in the UK, as you know, it's starting to get quite cold now. If you've got geraniums or summer bedding plants outside, why not repot them and bring them into the house? Put them in pots, bring them into the house, and keep them going all winter long. And I've done this with several of mine, and they're really coming along well. In fact, I dare to say that they're actually looking better. I've got a couple in front of me today. They're actually looking better in the house than they were in the garden. And it's really nice, isn't it, to have plants and flowers and things in the house. I do think it brightens the place up a little bit. Hello to Robert in Iceland, who says, dear friends and Chris, the month of November, just gone, has yet to leave, and all around this town of mine, the Christmas lights are sparkling. Yeah, they've got the Christmas lights up very early in Iceland. The feeling that perhaps this is too soon is understandable. Well, of course, now, by the time you've seen this show, we're the 2nd week into December now, aren't we? And yet, in this far-flung post of empire, one needs to understand the underlying desire. Daylight is in precious supply now, and we have yet to crest the shortest day, and so we need our lights to help lift the spirit. Here we are going on again about spirit lifting again. As Brenda says, keep happy everyone, keep happy. On the farm, high up in the valley, they have brought in the 1-year-olds and the lambs into their sheds, and they will be safe and snug throughout the winter storms. Other sheep we see out the winter roaming the hills around the farm, but keeping close to their sheds and food. They are a very hardy breed indeed. The sheds that now house the sheep that will stay inside are very cosy, and with the wind singing outside, the sheep eat upon the grasses of summer, grasses that were collected when the days were long and the sun never left the sky. Our Icelandic horses, nature's true 4x4s, will also see out the winter further up the valley. And that is the very nature of farming, the cycle, and for me, a true Christmas message. Oh, thank you. I mean, you make it sound so wonderful in Iceland. Perhaps I should purchase a little property there. What do you think, What do you think, Robbie? Eh? Chris at UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk is my email address. We are actually falling a little bit behind at the moment with the emails, so I think the show after the next one, which I'm doing with Justin at the Steam Coach, we'll have to have an email catch-up programme, I think. A couple of messages have come through here from those that watch the show via Current TV. A warm welcome to you. We are on Current TV as well. Who says, hi Chris Reardon. Matt LaRoche, who's one of the members of Current TV, says, where can I get a United Kingdom Talk mug? I need one now. Oh my God, you gave Millie your flag. What a gent. Yeah, I tell you what, write in or email in to me, Matt LaRoche, and I will send you one, okay? You got my email address, Chris at UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. Chris at UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk, and I shall send you a United Kingdom Talk mug. Aren't I kind? Aren't I kind? Right, now we're nearly done there. I'm not going to start any more of the messages or emails because we won't get to the end. And I'm going to start setting up the Christmas decorations here in the Mirable Studios. I have purchased a lovely pre-lit artificial Christmas tree from Asda. £25 this. £25. I mean, you can't do better than that. Time for me to go. Thanks as always for watching and listening to the show. I've lost the plot today. Do join in on the email, okay? Chris at UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. I'll see you on the next show. For myself, Chris Reardon, thanks for listening. Bye-bye now.